Hello, good morning. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay and safe. So today we're going to start solving problems for Calculus 2. I believe I've solved numerous problems on Calculus 1. So I figured that we're going to go ahead and start on Calculus 2. Then I think I'm going to go ahead and work on some problems for Calculus 3 later down the line. Do some differential equations at the same simultaneously, work on circuit analysis problems also. We're going to look at DC, AC, inductor, capacitor, and so forth. And hopefully we'll have more fun. But today is the beginning of Calculus 2 lesson. So let's go ahead and dive in and solve a problem. All right. So let's say we have now, first thing in Calculus 2, lesson 1 is we're going to cover trigonometric integrals, okay? So we're going to have trigonometric functions and we're going to take integrals of those. So the first example I have right here is you have 0 to 1 cosine of x times sine cube x dx. So we need to figure out how do we take integral of this trigonometric function. All right. So first thing I would do is I would say, okay, can I write this function as sine square x times sine x dx? It's the same thing because when you multiply sine square x, you get with sine x, you get sine cube x. So it's the same thing. Fundamentally, it's the same thing. Now, from your trigonometry, you must remember that when you have sine square x plus cosine square x is equal to 1, right? We established that in trigonometry. So then what we can say is that sine square x is equal to 1 minus cosine square x, right? All I'm doing is that shifting cosine square on the right hand side, okay? So then what I do is that I plug in the value of sine square in here. So 0, 1 cosine of x times plugging this in, okay, 1 minus cosine square x, right, times sine x of dx. All right, now we have to do substitution. So how are we going to do substitution? We're going to say, let's say u is equal to cosine of x. All right. We've been doing substitution in Calculus 1, but we're going to use that in Calculus 2 also. So if that's the case, if I take derivative of u with respect to x, it is going to be minus sine x, right? Then I can say du is equal to minus sine x times dx. Would you not agree with that? Okay, so now what we do is that we plug in, we take u, which is equal to cosine x, and we plug this in right here. So wherever we have cosine of x, we're going to put u. We're doing substitution. 0, 1, we've got u times 1 minus u square times du. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to just sort of like simplify this. What I can do is I can write this as 0, 1. I can say u 1/2. As you already know, if there is an under root, and if I want to get rid of the under root, this is equivalent to this. Okay. Times 1 minus u, okay, square into du. So far so good? All right. So now what we do is that there is a minus sign right here, which I forgot, because du is equal to minus sign. There is a minus sign. So then what we do is that we bring the minus sign out right here, 0 to 1, and multiply u half by 1. Open the brackets up. So we get u half minus u 1 half plus 2 is 5 over 2. So then 5 over 2 times du. How's that? All right. So now you take integral of this. When you take integral of this, you get minus, this minus sign stays right here. And you take an integral of this half plus n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So then we get 2u 3 over 2 over 3 minus 2 over 7 u 7 over 2, and we are going to limit this from 0 to 1. All right, easy peasy, not that hard. All I'm doing is that taking integral of this with the techniques which we have shown you numerous times. So then when we plug in everything over here, you know, for 0, we get 2 over 3. And where is that? Make it pretty for you. So you have 2 over 3 minus 2 over 7 minus 0. So all I'm doing is that first I'm plugging in 1 for u, I get this. Then I plug in 1 over here, I get this. And then I plug in 0, I get this. So my friends, the answer is 8 over 21. All right. So I suggest you that, you watch this video a couple of times and then write this problem on a piece of paper and solve it yourself, okay, without looking at this, and see if you come up with the same answer. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.